So to start learning about how System 1 and 2 interact, how they communicate, we're going to do a little game called the Stroop test. In the Stroop test, what's going to happen is I'm going to give you a series of pictures, and what I want you to do is just read left to right what's in the picture. So there might be some other words or distractors that are on there, but you need to tell me what's in the picture. So in this case, you would go squirrel, elephant, fish, elephant, squirrel, shark, but I want you to try and do it as quickly as you can. Ready, set, go. By now, you probably should be done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you another version of the Stroop test. I want you to kind of time yourself again, see how fast you can do this. So same thing, tell me what's in the picture. Okay, so whatever's in the picture you want to say. So if there's a picture of a squirrel, you got to say squirrel. Ready, set, go. All right, you're probably done by now. So my guess is you were notably slower in the second version than you were in the first version because we had this incongruent words with the pictures. And so if you didn't go slower, you might need to go back and look and see that the pictures didn't line up with the words in the second one because perhaps you got some of them wrong. This second version that I'm going to give you is actually what the Stroop test is. It's asking you to identify the font color of the words that are given. So for instance, in this case, you would read red, white, blue, green, white, blue. You wouldn't be reading the words that are actually there. All right, so let's try the Stroop test. Remember, state the font color and do it as quickly as you can. All right, so most of you guys are good with that. Again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Read the font color. So in this one, red, white, blue, green, white, blue, and so on and so on. But we're going to have a little different version here, the second layer to the Stroop test. Ready, set, go. So these little experiments help us see what's called the Stroop effect. The second one is really the official Stroop test. And it's showcasing this idea when system one is saying, wait a minute, something's not right here. And it kind of calls in system two, which slows us down. That strain in processing slows us down. So we're kind of seeing this interaction or this communication between system one and system two. Your initial gut reaction is there and it's considered, but you understand at some level that that gut reaction is wrong. There's something uneasy about that. And so system two is called in to allocate attention to this task. And that attention takes time. It takes kind of some struggle to get through. Part of system one's job is to determine if we need to have system two kick in. So system one is monitoring everything we see and testing, hey, do we need to kick system two in here? Does system two need to enter? System two, however, has limited capacity, so we don't call it in unless we really feel like we have to. It's also, as we noticed, slower. Daniel Kahneman describes system two as not really wanting to get involved. The way Kahneman describes it is he says, well, quite frankly, system two is lazy. We should think of it as being lazy. Another way to think of this relationship is that Kahneman provides this metaphor of thinking of system one as a cockpit with a bunch of dials continually adjusting and monitoring the situation. Is anything new going on? Is there a threat present? All of this kind of thing is happening. And it's only when you get a big flashing button do we call in system two, when we get kind of the emergency alarm that's there. The Stroop effect is a long recognized delay in the reaction time between congruent and incongruent stimuli. It's showcasing this, holy cow, we got to call system two in here. And system two, what does it do? It slows us down. So that's the Stroop effect, the Stroop test, and this idea about how system one and system two interact. System one, fast, monitoring if we need to call system two in. System two, a little bit of strain, and it acts a little bit slower.